Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa wala. When you finish, we finish with the sa'i, those 7 laps between Safa and Marwa. At the end, which is the 7th, you're gonna finish it in Marwa. In other words, if you were to start counting, you start on Safa and you get to Marwa, that's 1. Count it as 1. From Marwa to Safa is 2. From Safa to Marwa is 3. From Marwa to Safa is 4. From Safa to Marwa is 5. From Marwa to Safa is 6. And then the last one, the 7th, is from Safa to Marwa is the 7th. When you get to the 7th, you don't make any dua. So regularly you make dua in all of the laps. Every time you come to Safa or Marwa, you keep making supplications, and you take a moment to not just touch and go, because you missed out on the opportunity of making supplications either on when you get to Safa or when you get to Marwa. But the last stop, meaning the minute you finish the 7th lap on Marwa, you do not make dua. Instead, you just head over to your location and you shave your head. And for the sisters, they bundle up their hair and then they snip the tip of their hair, and that is equal to the men shaving their hair. Now, the Prophet ﷺ was asked, which is better, Ya Rasulullah? Is it to shave the hair or is it to shorten it? He says, successful are those who shave their hair. And then they asked, Ya Rasulullah, what about those who shorten their hair? He answered, successful are those who shave their hair. 3rd time, Ya Rasulullah, what about those who shorten their hair? He says, successful are those who shave their hair. And then what about on the 4th one, he says, then those who shorten their hair. In other words, it's 3 times better in reward for one to shave the hair than it is to shorten it. Another thing to point out is you will probably see that people will have scissors with them and they start snipping just a few parts of the hair. The whole hair needs to be either shaved or shortened, a whole. Every part, and equally, not just take some pieces from the hair and that suffice. It does not suffice, but rather it is shaving. Why? Because the Prophet ﷺ says, with every piece of hair shaved off of the head, it is a sin that is recorded, and a hasana, rather a sin that is erased, and a hasana that is recorded, and a station raised for a person. So tremendous reward, and not to miss out on, inshaAllah ta'ala. And by shaving the hair, a person will shower and remove these pieces of cloth called ihram, and then the Umrah is done, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from all of you and grant you more and more visits to this place and more Umrahs, inshallah. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabina Muhammad walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.